Welcome, everyone, and welcome to the Red Pill Progressive, plus Boisterous Beer Banter, Foodie Fanatics, and gaming. If Mr. Damien, the Bounty Hunter Wolf Owens, is okay, and he is able to join us later. Usually he is. I want to introduce myself. I'm the host, James P. Madonna, and I'm here with Mr. Ronnie S. From the Clearwater, Florida area. Popsicles? Oh yeah. Oh, that's the insane crazy carnival. That's the crazy carnival song. Thomas Metal 75 is here, and he's very much alive. He's.
I'm keeping coronavirus at bay, so I'm gonna drink a. Oh, wait a minute! You can't drink beer with this damn thing.
You can filter it, but you can filter the particulates, the sediment, but you can't. You can't.
Particulants, yes.
Particulate. What's his name? Michael Hilton likes to say particulate. He likes that.
He's very particulate when he says that.
Yeah. There's another word he uses. I don't know. He has certain favorite big words. But anyway, Ronnie S is watching, and I see what was going to happen at 10 p.m. is. Wait a minute.
Oh.
Look at that lobster. Ooh, what do we got there? Oh,
this is the Narragansett Brewing Company. They are technically out of Pawtucket, Rhode Island at this point, but this one is still brewed at the Genesee Brewing Company at Rochester, New York. This is their best beer, I think. It is a fresh catch, summertime beer, a refreshing golden ale, dry hopped with Citra, and it's only 4.2%, and it's like $13 and change for a 12-pack. Yeah.
Well, that steamed red lobster caught my eye. I love the color red, and I think that's one of the best labels I've ever seen. Refreshing golden ale.
Dry hop with Citra.
Dry hop with citrus.
So that gives you the Citra hop. That gives you what you think the word Citra means. Yeah, citrus. It gives you that kind of a little sensation, and it's in a 4.2% body and alcohol percentage, so you're not getting much of anything as far as a giant body is concerned, but you're getting a huge amount of flavor. Just put the damn fucking thing over my head. All right, thank you, Ronnie. You can't drink beer like that.
Yeah, over your head. No, why waste a great beer like that by conditioning your hair with it? I mean, but
it's a good beer.
What is it called? Harrigan's? What is the name of the company? The name of
that's. I gotta stop looking like the knight from.
No, you look good that way.
From Mighty Python and the Holy Grail, Sir Galahad.
Oh, so,
or Guinevere. Guinevere. Narragansett, named after the Narragansett Bay. So they've been around since some point in the late 1800s, but they're from Cranston, Rhode Island originally, and I think in the 40s and maybe the 30s they were the beer sponsor for the Boston Red Sox.
Really? You mean when Ted Williams was playing, they were
Narragansett.
Narragansett. Wow.
Named after the Narragansett Bay, and there is a town on the Narragansett Bay in southern Rhode Island called Narragansett.
And I believe the indigenous people were the Narragansetts. I think possibly.
That does sound right. Yeah.
I think. Well, I know the name quahog, which is what they use for the original wampum, the Native American money. They used the chowder, the chowder clams, as they say in Boston, the chowder clams that are purple inside, I hear, are the ones with monetary value for the Native Americans of New England. So they called it, that was the original wampum. You know, now, of course, sports teams can't have Native American mascots either. They want to get rid of all the mascots.
Yeah, the Redskins from Washington D.C. in American football are trying to do that. They've done that. However, maybe they got a better idea and they just don't tell the media. But it's on the media that they don't even have the name. It's like, yeah, we agree to get rid of our name, but we don't have a name to give you right now, even though our sport starts up in 2 months for the regular season, and the playoff or the preseason will happen for a game at some point next month. I don't think that they're not having all the preseason NFL games. They're just having, I think there's just going to be one game per team, and that's it. So I don't know what they're calling themselves. They're gonna maybe they'll go back to the old baseball name and call themselves the Washington Senators. There's an idea. I just thought of that.
The Washington Senators, they became the Minnesota Twins when they moved out of Washington. But here, the Washington Nationals.
That's by way of the Montreal Expos.
Yeah. Now, what Ronald J. Theriot said is before the Senators were around, the original team in Washington was the Nationals back in the day. So that's why they chose that name. Now, let me just let the man that I was supposed to do the pro wrestling talk with, let him know that it says his device is not connected. You know, the time Michael Hilton hosted the show on Friday, he was trying to get Alex the Beer Master on, and it was a disaster because there were, you know, he didn't navigate like I told him, navigate and learn StreamYard. He didn't do that. He didn't bother to do it because there's very few people that follow instructions, you know, that really focus on what you're saying.
It's hard.
They yes you to death. Yeah. It sounds good, James. Yeah.
Oh, that, yes.
Yeah, and then they don't do it. So
I use a real microphone, and I talk really into the microphone. Maybe not that close. I put it next to me, and here, this is my audio. It works pretty good. I turn this button down, but then I turn it back on. You're gonna hear me. It works pretty good, man. So it's not that expensive.
So that will plug into USB or the mic jack?
Let me see if I can maybe kind of try to show you this. So I have oh my dear Lord, I have an, let me try this. I have an audio interface that plugs in right here on the bottom left or the bottom right side.
Okay.
And that's a micro, and that's a USB that goes into my computer. And then you can use this to plug in instrument cables, or you can use it to plug in the XLR, which is the inputs for microphones.
You
control the gain and the levels of your microphones right there on the device, so that you have the proper audio levels, and you're driving, and so that you're driving the audio, you know, coming out of the microphone into the computer a little bit harder. So you get to, so when you're on StreamYard here, you go to the mic settings, and then when you're on the audio settings, you can choose, I go, and then I do it on my computer too, but then also on the audio settings in StreamYard, you choose the microphone as this audio interface. So anything that's plugged into that audio interface will come out onto StreamYard through that interface. So that's how you're hearing me right now.
Oh, you know, when when you're on the Wild Card Wednesday or Stout or Multi Monday, you should use that. It makes you look like a big shot. It makes you look like a
I could
broadcast.
buy I was thinking about buying a better quality microphone, but I could or wait a minute, I could go a little bit off axis and it might sound a little bit better. I don't know. But yes.
And then you could say, I am the Grand Mystic Poobah Imperial Wizard of the Intergalactic Federation of Ciceros. You can make that announcement in front of Jay.
I could just go Tony Bennett style. I'm having a great time here on your channel, James. Great time.
Well, you brought a great beer and a great microphone, and this microphone is being used right before your very eyes. Wink, wink, nod, nod. This is a microphone that's actually being used by the man who says he's going to use it.
Right.
So, but anyway, the heat and humidity is back. It's back. It's going
to start tomorrow, I think, here in the Northeast, with our 90 degrees for the next few days after that.
A couple days, with Monday being the worst of the three, but Sunday's going to be bad. My sister is down the Jersey Shore, hanging out near the boardwalk, and my brother's in-ground pool and tiki bar outside and all that good stuff. Oh, the emergency
alert! The
emergency broadcast system.
90 degrees.
This is an alert. This is a test, only a test. If it was an actual emergency, you will be notified to contact
Michael Hilton.
Michael Hilton and ask him what is happening to society in our country. Pertulant? No, pertulant. Is that a word? Pertulant. He likes to use the word pertulant. People that are upsetting him are pertulant. I think he'll be coming on later. He must be going live now. That's why he didn't come on right now. But I'll ask him if that's the word. But was that an artificial flatulent sound, or was that a real flatulent sound? Crickets. If you wish upon a star, makes no difference. Who was that? Jiminy Crickets?
Jiminy, yeah, Jiminy.
Now, if I ran as an independent progressive, could I call myself Jim Jemima just to push buttons? No? Stop! Makes no difference who you are, except if you drink a macro beers, you're not welcome. Star Ronnie S. Hey, Ronnie S., are you still there? If you wish upon a star, why is Florida so infected?
Why is Florida so damn far behind?
So damn far. Oh, actually, I'm glad it's far because it's very infected. And so is Texas. Texas. His device is still not connected.
Fix it.
Anthony. If you unplugged your webcam and replugged it and it still says not connected, are you using Safari by any chance as a browser? Because it's not compatible with StreamYard. So if I was you, you know what it could be? Wait a minute. All right, Anthony Laura. In the far, far, far reaches of the upper corner of your monitor, you're going to see the URL for. You're going to see a URL on the StreamYard show. If you click on the video and you enlarge it, and then you're going to see a little tiny icon of a camera.
Share my screen real fast. All right. Wow. But follow me. So you go way up here. You see that little thing? You click it. And then
Yeah.
you'll see a little thing that says camera and your microphone, and you tell it to allow all of that stuff.
Allow it. Now you see where his cursor is, Anthony?
Click that.
Look at his little cursor now. You see what he's doing? And to the okay.
Select permission for camera. Select permission for microphone.
Oh, did you click the little lock, the little padlock?
That's what I did, yeah.
Oh, okay, and it'll drop down.
Yep.
The little padlock. Okay.
And then as you go along, right, you click on this down here when you're in here, this cam and mic thing. So then I go to camera, and it shows all the kind of cameras that I have. I have my webcam from Logitech here, the C920. So that's okay. And then I can choose the microphone, and I have my audio interface we talked about a little bit earlier. And obviously you hear me talking, and obviously you're seeing the audio levels. And if you just want to use, and then you can use your standard microphone that's associated with your computer when you see it in the drop-down box. I don't see it on mine, but I'm doing okay. So, bam.
Okay, so up on top it'll say StreamYard.com and a code for the show, and then you'll see a little padlock to the left of the URL StreamYard, and that should drop down. But then again, there's a little camera icon to the far right of the URL also, a little baby camera icon. But anyway, nevertheless, you have to allow it. That's what happened to me the first time I appeared on StreamYard. I had to do that because I was shown that was the problem. But it's so tiny, you know. It's like, and the geek that runs this company doesn't really specify that initially at the beginning, and it's really important. So anyway, you know, the bandana is so versatile. You can do so many different things with it. Really.
No, this is for like your face mask, but I guess it kind of works. Wow, that's not right.
I have the black one and the dark red one. Actually, it's right here.
We were just talking about this song. We don't want to get copyright infringed, but listen. Wait for it. We will shut this off in a mere matter of moments.
When you wish upon a star, there's no difference who you are.
There you go. Bam. When you wish upon a star.
If you wish upon a star,
coronavirus will go away.
Coronavirus
will go away.
Every time you hear a bell, an angel will get his wings, and a Corona beer will be consumed very quickly.
Ooh, what?
No, I much prefer the Modelo Especial or the Dos Equis Ambar to the Dos Equis Ambar. This is like a professional radio show with all sound effects. Now, when I said, yeah, I got the black one. I'll switch later. Right now, I do the Scully. Oh man. So anyway, the Thomas Metal 75 and myself had a very intelligent discussion about real beer.
Yeah.
And people that are true connoisseurs of real beer, craft beer, the making of craft beer. And it really went deep, and like he explained to me, the term or the certification, or it's called Cicero, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's called Cicero. Now, before we talk about something brilliant, let's please our eardrums with, okay, hold on, I'll get to it because it happens to be up yonder. Okay. And then we will be listening to the one and only Oxblood at the Forge. Here we go, Oxblood Forge. What's it called, Ironbound?
Yeah, it's about an 8-minute long song, people. Whoa.
Okay, we're going to hear the greatest upcoming heavy metal independent rock band in the world today. All right, go ahead. Oh, I know what I got to do. What a knucklehead I am.
Whoops. I started all over my drum tracks. A long song, though, people. Get a beer, drink a drink. I recorded. You don't hear it. I recorded keyboard parts of the song too. 'Cause I'm crazy. Added a link to the live comments. People want to check out our band. I think I did. Did that maybe work? I don't know. It doesn't like links being added to this damn thing.
This man is the drummer. Thomas Metal 75 is the drummer.
Apparently in this song, the keyboard player. God damn it. All right, here comes all the keyboard parts. Yeah. Or a little Jim Morrison-ish. Kind of Jim Morrison-ish. So I got the drum parts and keyboard parts from here on out in the song. Yeah. I like the keyboard part was a nice little element to it. Texture. Guitar solo. That's the longest song we've ever written. Ooh. This part's tricky. Listen to that keyboard part coming up. Tricky. This part, listen right here. Yeah. Took a couple of takes for the band to hear it, to get it a little bit, and what I was doing with the keyboards. One more time of that part. Now some church organ.
All right, you just heard Oxblood Forge, and this man is a member of the band.
Oh,
Great Oxblood Forge. You have just heard it on the Red Pill Progressive James Piranha Madonna Friday show. I put the link publicly. Now, Anthony.
I'll share this real fast for a couple of seconds. No, that's my beautiful face. Hold the phone on that one. I'll share this for a brief moment in time.
Oh, there you go. There's the logo.
Mhm.
Oxblood 4.
Yep, there you go. All right, you saw that for a brief moment in time. That is one more time.
Hold
Bam.
on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. There we go.
All right, there you go for a brief couple of seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, you're done. All right, that is the new album artwork for the album called Decimator. And I don't know when that's coming out. We still got to finish recording some vocal tracks in the studio. We got one extra song. We got to add some guitar solos too. And then it'll be ready to get into mixing. And then we can mixing, hopefully, depending on how quickly it can be done, shouldn't really take more than a week or two at the most. Really, it shouldn't take more than 2 weeks to do it if we're giving the information to that engineer and he's doing his job properly. And then it really doesn't take that much time to get it mastered after that. And then we can figure out how we're going to press the album. If we're just going to do an online sale, we're probably going to do mostly online distribution. You can download it and you can pay us whatever we're going to charge for the thing. I don't know what we're decided on that yet. And then what else? And then we might have we're going to have some physical release versions of it pressed out. So we'll figure out how that works. That is the song you heard is called Ironbound.
All right, Ironbound. You heard it. Now, Mr. Contagious, it still says your device is not connected. I don't know why, because obviously you obviously you are a very intelligent man, and your device, your webcam is plugged in. Okay, I don't understand why I keep saying not connected, unless you haven't allowed it to be accepted by StreamYard. You got to go all the way up to the top, like Thomas Metal 75 showed you. Look for the URL. Click on the padlock to the left, or go all the way to the right of the URL. Click on the little camera icon, and it will drop down, and you have to allow your webcam and your audio, webcam and mic, to be accepted by StreamYard.
Yeah, there's two different things that you can select from that setting that James is just talking about. There's the one that I have selected, which is to continue allowing StreamYard.com to access your camera and microphone. Then there's another option that says always block camera and microphone access, which obviously that's not what you want to do. Yeah,
you want to allow it. And I had to do the same thing back in the day when I was first introduced.
And also, I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% confident here about doing this on your phone. I think that's where he's trying to do this from. I have an Android Galaxy style phone, and when I try to join on a tablet or on an Android or on my Android tablet or cell phone, it's even simpler than that, because it doesn't even ask me if I want to allow these things. It just kind of already knows what to do.
Mr. Contagious, if you want to type on the public. You're on the private chat. Type on the public where it says comments, on the public chat. Okay, where you'll see a URL for the Oxblood Forge song on the bottom. That's the public chat. Yeah, go there. I have no idea what's going on in terms of your webcam. Now, when I could go live with video on StreamYard from my Android, my Samsung Galaxy, with no problem, because it's going through Google Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
But however, when I have my old iPhone, Safari, it forced me to use Safari to go to StreamYard. It forced, even though I went to Google Chrome, it won't let me do it. And Safari is not compatible with StreamYard. Now, what Thomas Metal 75 and myself were talking about was really it was a very sophisticated educational conversation about the making of really old world style quality beers and ales of different sorts, lagers, stouts, porters, and it was pretty in depth. But there is a course that I wasn't aware of that you can take, where you can become certified, qualified to work for a brewery, or if you have the bucks to open up your own craft brewery. And there's really a lot to making a high quality beer. There obviously are differences. Like with lagers, got to be a much cooler temperature and maintained, and it's bottom fermenting. Whereas IPAs, ales in general, stouts and porters are warmer temperature and top fermenting. Then you have the a wide variety of hops. You'll learn about them and what kind of flavors they contribute to the beer. And there are various yeasts and malts that have differences also. So, but they to get into the flavorings, like what he had today had a citrus flavoring to it. I mean, you could add just about any kind of flavoring you want to craft beer. I mean, it can go from herbs, spices, fruits of all kinds, but there's still the basic formula: hops, malted barley, yeast. Well, malted barley would be sprouted barley. Then you have roasted barley, what they use in stouts. I think porters is malted barley, which I think is sprouted to become malted. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. But it's a question of hands-on experience and knowing the ratios of each ingredient.
Right.
That's tricky. Like if you got a big stainless steel vat, and let's say each vat holds, I don't know, it could be a lot more than this. Let's say 1,000 gallons per vat tank in your craft brewery. Let's say it holds 1,000 gallons of beer, of liquid. All right. Well, you have to know the right proportions of everything to put in there. I know it wasn't aged in wooden barrels when I went to Salem Brewery, or any brewery. It was all like stainless steel tanks.
Pretty much.
Now, how did you feel the interview went?
I thought it was okay. I mean, it still took them another 10 minutes to give me a phone call, which, like, it didn't happen yesterday. They couldn't figure out how to call me on my phone, which was weird. And then it took them still another 10 minutes on top of that today to figure it out. They didn't even mention anything about it. They whoever it was that contacted me from one of these companies didn't even make any note to be like, oh, apologetic about communication issues the other day, like that we were obviously having. And I was going back and forth emailing this person about, oh, I guess we have some communication issues. Oh boy, great. Right. So it finally happened. It was good. I had 2 other ones. They some companies do these one-on-ones where it's you and this webcam, this thing I'm on now. You got to answer questions in the allotted amount of time they give you to answer them, and then it sends them to the recruiter, whoever it is. I'm like, I don't know like that, but it happened. So we'll see what happens with all that.
That's how the doctor's appointments during the pandemic are.
It's crazy.
Except they use Zoom. They're partial to Zoom. I don't see. I'm not crazy about it. Like, some people say, oh, I talk to my friends on Duo. I said, that's so lame to me.
Yeah.
I mean, WhatsApp is good. It's owned by Facebook. Google Hangouts, it's not high. It doesn't have all the features, but it's all right. I've even used WeChat to talk to my friends in Asia, and I've had crystal clear quality video with WeChat. It depends on both people's internet connection. Both people have to have a decent internet connection. You know, then you have when I had the iPhone, you have FaceTime, which is very basic. It's just a phone number, like WhatsApp. You know, you need a phone number, and then, but you can't do any group hangout video chats with a lot of these apps.
Yeah.
They don't have that feature at all. Actually, I think Facebook Messenger is the only one I know of where you can actually have a group video chat, but it's private. It's not recorded. Now, when I can't log into my Linux operating system, but I know with Linux, there's a program where you can video record your screen.
Yeah.
So you can, if you did a Facebook Messenger group chat on video, and you full screen everybody, this program will allow you to record it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which is good. Now, I mean, like I was saying, there are certain programs, certain software that works excellent, outstanding, like OpenShot for video editing. They use LibreOffice. Yeah, that's very hypnotic. I like that. LibreOffice is every bit as good as Windows Microsoft Office. Yeah, let me. What is that, Lizzie Borden?
Oh God, let's try this one again.
Before she swung the axe and killed her parents. I like that. It's very relaxing.
My face when I think of some particular individual from San Francisco. But then I remember all the great times on Blake TV's channel. So I'm like, all right, sweet.
I remember him, yeah.
And then sometimes I have a raging headache and I don't know where it came from.
Well, I like when you become the satanic Thomas Middle 75.
That will not happen with this. I don't think it's going to happen very well. Let's find out.
It depends on what color shirt. Oh,
yeah, kind of. It's like I'm in the background on it. Oh, low. Dun, dun, dun.
It really pixelates you.
Ooh, look at my eclectic beard. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's another guy. Wow. Touch of gray right there. Or I'm John Anilli. What's up, John Anilli? Alex. Hi, what's up? I'm just chilling at home.
Oh, Alex was in a different room. I don't think that was.
That's it. That's the man's room, right? You know what?
Yeah, he
wasn't. You know what? Let's stick with Alex today, shall we? Legendary Alex. Oh no. Well, is that wrong of me? Alex the beard.
Impersonating Alex.
Legendary Madonna.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Legendary Madonna. I bet you've never seen that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there you go. Oh, we're doing all this backwards. We're having fun with you people because we love you. However, what we really should be, well, we can't do it, but we'll just love John Anilli in the crowd.
Oh, wow. Look at all these people on my show. Oh,
yeah, what do you want to ask John Anilli?
John Anilli, how did you have a lovely time with Ronald J. Theriot when he drove to Georgia? Yes, yeah, I heard you had a good time. You didn't go shopping. I heard you just hung out and did reviews all day, no sightseeing. But then again, Georgia is spiking in COVID-19.
What are you doing in my swamp? What the fuck?
Is he cursing out Ronald Theriot for some reason?
I don't know. I'm in space now. There you go. All right. My name is Thomas Metal 75, and I will have to jump off of this stream in a couple of minutes. I apologize for that. We're having I don't know. We're having we're having a COVID party. No, COVID party of one outside.
Oh,
But we're gonna make it happen. I know.
outside.
Maybe we can join you on the tablet if you're still going on.
Yeah, no, I'm still gonna be on. Just
Yeah, man, we'll join you again probably in a little bit. I'm contagious. Do we know? I'm looking at his little chat here. I'm trying to think about that again. Do we know if Contagious is on an iPhone, an Android, a Galaxy?
Let me see if he left me a message.
Bruh.
Hold on. Let me see if he left me a message over yonder. No, he's not. He's not telling me what he's on. He's not telling me about his webcam situation.
Is he on an Apple?
He's not telling me. If he's on an Apple, they're forcing him to use Safari, and therefore he's having issues.
Oh my God, that brings me back to my childhood. You start up that Mac for the first time, and you're like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, we had a Macintosh Performer. What was it called? 200. That was black and white. It had the floppy disk drive, and it was one of those all-in-one builds. It was the coolest thing.
You when you go outside, do you use your Android when you go outside?
Yeah, it's typically what you see me on.
Do you
I
have?
did a beer review earlier, and I used my actual Android Galaxy cell phone. I use this web application called. I use this application called Mob. It's I'll type it in here. Mobcam.
Oh, Mobcam. M-O-B, right?
Oh, let me type it in here. Mobcam. And Mobcam. So basically, what happens here is with YouTube, if you want to go live on a mobile device, they for some reason need you to have 1,000 subscribers because they do. So instead of having the 1,000 subscribers to need to do it, you can download, I guess there are probably other applications, but Mobcam works the best. So download that from your Apple Play or your Google Play Store, whatever they call it. Then you can select which place you want the stream to go to, or multiple. So you can have like your Twitter, your Facebook.
Really?
Obviously YouTube, you can do Twitch. Yeah, I think you can do it multiple places. So as long as you set up your accounts and you link it with your username and your password to those several accounts, it'll work.
But it's only a solo video recording.
Yeah, for that style it is. Yeah, so if you want to go live through YouTube, just within the YouTube platform, or like a third party like that, that's only the one-on-one. You got to have one of these, or I guess another thought could be, and that's not a mobile device,
but it will.
Could be that you could do it as a solo sort of a platform. You could start up on your desktop and use Google or use YouTube that way. And then you could have screen sharing devices that say you're talking the shit off air on like Zoom, but you don't own Zoom. I suppose instead of buying it and having to do it live that way, you could do a screen sharing device, go right onto YouTube, like an OBS, and go right onto YouTube that way, have it screen share and hear everybody, and you could do it that way, I suppose. But you got to be really technically savvy, and trying to tell a lot of people how to do that stuff in a technically savvy way is.
But it will multi-stream, but would it put the recorded video on any other website account?
Yeah, it's the same thing as you're going live here now. So it's you're gonna be able to go back to it as a video on the channel.
You can only choose one location.
I think you can choose multiples at one time. I think you can multiple stream to different platforms.
Really, and it will be uploaded onto the different platforms, the different accounts, like Facebook, YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's good. That's a great feature.
Yeah.
My-
So I bid the stream adieu for a little while. You know what?
I'll catch you outside.
That sound. Where are we at here? All right. That was my startup, but
You have um, okay, contagious. Contagious. Are you using Google Chrome or are you forced to use Safari and Apple? Because Safari Home is not compatible with StreamYard, but Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox is. So I don't know what's going on with your webcam and mic situation. Waiting. The other guys be hopping up. Oh, Nina, you already see her. What if your wife choices in bad? Seal the deal. Grab the bull by the horns and Archie Bunker. Hey, well, the person that was supposed to go live, my mic is sounding a bit low. I mean, like, you hear static or background. Now, internet connections. Uh, show I was supposed to start contagious progress fitness and healthy organic eating and nutrition supplements. He's having a problem getting on the show. He's saying that his webcam is not connected. So if you unplug it, plug it back in, and if you're using Safari, forced to use Safari, you have an Apple product, unfortunately, iPhone, iPad, it's not compatible with StreamYard. I know because for my Android, I have an iPhone, unfortunately, and on the phone, pretty much kept on freezing my video, booting me out. Now I can use it no problem. I have the Samsung Galaxy, so I don't have any problem now. Michael Hilton should be hopping on December 30th. Damien Holmes. I hope he's still, I hope he's feeling better. I hope he's not sick. Should be coming on, showing us his high-tech gaming that he does. He has to show. Screen share. Board games. Interesting. I'm not up on the latest high-tech games. He is very good at it. I'm not even mentioned last time. Yeah, but the problem was when I had the iPhone, I went to Google Chrome, but the iPhone kept on forcing me back to Safari. When I was on Google Chrome, and I clicked on the StreamYard link, it went right back to Safari. to knock me off the air. It's an Apple. Steve Jobs crap. I'll never buy another Apple product again. I'm very happy with my new Samsung Galaxy. I have an A20. But so guys, come on, how are you feeling? The last time, very, actually, it was last night. You know what it was? It was Wednesday night. Evening I did wild card Wednesday. Told me that I've been building these low cost Linux machines, the entire library. Yeah, I have a partition hard drive with Linux Mint. I could choose Ubuntu, even though Ubuntu is a lot more improved than Ubuntu. But I have Linux Mint and Windows 10 on the other partition. Okay, forget about partitioning. The hard drive doesn't work because Windows 10 caused me not to be able to log into Linux Mint. So when I go to Linux Mint, all of a sudden it doesn't recognize my username and password, so I can't use it. But I highly recommend Linux, either Ubuntu or Mint. And all the you just have to get used to it. You have to get used to new software, new programs. You have to, you have to re-educate yourself. Get all about Windows. But they have just about every program for every purpose for free. Everything connected to Linux is free. Unfortunately, when you buy any tablet, laptop, smartphone, or desktop, you get Windows 10 forced upon you. But all the programs are free, like Office Libre, instead of Microsoft Office OpenShot for editing video. You have the GIMP instead of Adobe Photoshop. Excellent. All those programs do exactly what the expensive ones do. And you have to pay. You don't need antivirus because due to lack of knowledge of Linux, all the scumbags of the world don't bother to attack these oh wow, you could antique glasses. Remember Netscape? That was our Netscape. Oh really? Um, it's possible to run an operating system off of a disk or an external hard drive. My brother will. Yes, I have a Logitech quick cam, high definition. Well, mine was high definition. Well, on the phone, I have to Hard drives nowadays have no moving parts. Yeah, I'll show you. Show you one right now. Okay. All right. My brother-in-law gave me this solid state USB connection. You have to plug it in solid state. 5 terabytes. Yes, you heard it right, people. 5 terabytes hard drive. So nice, cute, compact. 5 terabytes. Forget about CDs, DVDs. They're obsolete. They have a shelf life. This is what you got. And I bet they're even higher than 5 terabytes. Now, I remember when my first external hard drive had revolving discs, had discs inside. You can hear it. Spinning. Now this is nice. Less than 5 terabytes. Now this is nice to have. Okay, you can put any size flash drive, 16 gig, but you can get higher ones. You just got two slits of USB. Save a decent amount of data, traveling, and whatever, documents, photos, maybe some videos. Transcend USB to. This is not new. I mean, this is a few years old, so technology is incredible. So, yeah, and technology on and bigger, cheaper, better quality. I have a custom-made jacked up desktop. My brother-in-law built. Don't ask me what company it is. It's like a Frankenstein monster. I have two solid state programs. I think I have very high amount of memory RAM. iPhone 6. Anyway, my microphone was no, but the, they sell LED strobe lights that you can screw into a lamp. I have an LED torch, artificial fire storage. I put it out for Halloween, uh, flashing skull. I, anyway, I have a torch. Uh, seen the strobe lights. I have LED ceiling lights, so I don't have light where I can screw in the bulb like I had in the old house. Then I can screw in the strobe light over my bed. Inside. There he is, Mr.
Hey.
Mike Hilton from San Francisco, California.
How are you?
I got Nina York here. I just had, well, Mike Hilton has iPhone and iPad. I've had too many issues. I can't deal with it. I'm sticking with the Android I'm not going back. But I know your iPad did not come cheap.
No, it did not. And you know what? You can't really lie about a price. You can't really lie about a price. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way she blows. So they say double speakers. Just make some good single speakers. All you gotta do is make some good single speakers. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on. Holy shit, man! It was an hour. You're an hour in already.
Yeah. I had Eric. Eric Fraunfelter, Thomas Metal 75, was here. He's going to be back because he said he's going outside on the porch at night, and he's going to come back. But I played the song, the latest song by Oxblood Forge, for the band he's on, and we chatted a bit, and he showed a great gold. It was a golden ale by Narragansett Beer Company called I think it's called Best Catch. It has a lobster on the front, on the can, a steamed red lobster. I think it's called Best Catch. Okay, my mic sounds better now. All right, thanks. What I was saying is I've seen the strobe lights that you can screw into a lamp, and I have a torch, an artificial LED torch light bulb that it looks it looks like fire. No, it looks like flames.
Oh no, not you, but with a something like.
Well, that's what happens on a talk show. You flap your gums. Oh, yeah. What was that word you like to use a lot? Was it petulant? Petulance? What was it?
Petulant. It's one of my favorite words. Yeah.
Petulant. Oh, petulance. I'll just think of a pet. I was trying to think of your favorite words. Petulant. Petulance. Get away from me, you bastard. Get away from me, you little bastard. You know, like when the kids somebody else's kids bother you, they tap you on the shoulder. Hello. And you're trying to eat. You're trying to eat at a buffet. They're like, hello.
People not taking responsibility for their actions.
That's right. The parents don't do anything.
They try to bestow the actions upon you.
Yeah. Oh, you don't like dogs? Like the guy's dog is jumping on you without a leash. Without a leash.
That was a lady. how's the lady? This older lady doesn't look like she takes care of herself that much. Big ego. Yeah. Oh, you scared? You think people are scared of you? They're not really scared of you, first of all. So
Who's not scared of me?
well, some people think that other people get scared of them, and
No, the people are just arrogant, snot-nosed little pricks. That's what they are.
yeah.
It's not that they're scared; they're scumbags. Oh, by the way, there's no censorship on my shows like there is on Ronald J. Terrio's shows. I'm not that religiously devout.
Hey, as far as I'm concerned, the universe is ghosting this planet.
Thank you, sir. I got this in a dollar store in a Dollar Tree during Valentine's Day. Ring for a kiss. Well, I'm spoiled. I would want more than a kiss, but
It sucks when you just get a kiss.
anyway,
That really sucks.
Narragansett Brewing Company. It had the lobster on the front, and it was called. I think you could look it up. I think it's called Best Catch. It was a golden ale, but I'm sure. Well, it sounds like all of their beers are pretty decent because they were the official sponsor for the Boston Red Sox during the 1930s and 40s. I heard Eric told me that they were. It's an old company, Narragansett Brewing, and I'm going to see if I can get a craft beer from one of the micro breweries in my area. I'll see. I want to see if they'll deliver it. If they'll deliver it, because the liquor stores in my region, the management, they're very stubborn and set in their ways, and they order what they feel like ordering. And
it can happen in the alcohol industry sometimes. Just depends on where you go.
yeah, I can't get a mix.
People can be better.
I can't get a mixed six pack.
Oh yeah, I hate that when you can't get a mixed six pack. Why would somebody always like all 6 beers? I think you said that. Why would somebody like all 6 beers all the time? That's not always going to happen.
Yeah, why should I get stuck with a case of something I don't like, or even a 6-pack of something I'm not crazy about? I mean, I might sort of like it a little, but then I got to drink 5 more bottles or a whole case,
and you can't return it.
No.
I think at Whole Foods they have a return section at Whole Foods. I'm not sure if that includes alcohol though. Probably for a good reason because it's too much.
It might not. I know that Amazon Prime, which owns Whole Foods, is very good at customer service, and if your satisfaction is guaranteed, or they won't haggle with you for a refund. They'll give you a refund.
Yeah.
They won't give you a hard time.
If it's a female, then I want more than a refund.
Well, I'm not. Listen, I'm not a whiny customer that wants a refund constantly.
Nah.
I'm not like that. If I pay, I got a lash. A lash went inside my eye. Oh, that could feel like a whole thumb inside your eye. Now, if I pay a very reasonable price or even a low price for something, I'm not going to expect a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm going to expect what I see in the advertisement, the description, and the photo. At least send me that. Now, I'm not going to cry about it and say, I want a refund. I'm not crazy about it. I'm not going to do that. Now, if the merchandise is defective, or if it comes in damaged, it arrives damaged or defective, or it arrives not the product that I saw in the photograph, like fraud. If it's fraud, then I'll get customer service on the phone. I'll say, hey, we have a problem here with the order that I received. Then I'll say something. But
that's just common sense.
Yeah. I'm not gonna cry and bitch and moan about something I paid a little bit of money for. You know, like,
Yeah, I mean, if you're
but
the one who you're the one who spent it, so why should you? It's not a manufacturer's fault if somebody bought their product. If you buy it, then you put your name on it in a way.
Yeah.
So I'm
well,
gonna
I
get a
read
beer.
reviews. I read all the reviews before I buy something.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna buy a beer.
You
I'm gonna
muted.
go get a beer. I'm gonna go get a beer. Get a beer. I'll be right back.
Okay. He's gonna go get a beer, and he will do a beer review. And he brings some great craft beers when he's on a live show. Michael Hilton. He really does. He really does. They have some really great craft beers on the West Coast, and he's from San Francisco, and I'm sure he's going to bring something very nice because
Thanks, buddy. That's fine. I drink too much.
No, I like the craft beers you bring on the West Coast. So what do we have here now?
Thanks very much for saying that, man. They should have those more on your end. And if you ever want a beer, I'll send you one, buddy.
Well, you know what I have? I have Sierra Nevadas in the stores here.
Yeah, but Sierra Nevada is it's way common. It's not one of the more, it's micro, but it's kind of regarded as micro. I don't know if I agree, but it's kind of regarded that way. They kind of make it seem all blown up. Kind of like maybe Barnes & Noble is for books. It's bigger than all other versions of that. Have a beer here. I'm on the computer because I want to search the IBU. Want to search the IBU one more time. Okay, so it's not very bitter. It's 49 IBUs. It's 6.3% alcohol. Perfect ABV for me. And because that's not too strong, it's not too light either. This is one of the things where if you have a couple of these, you're not going to get into trouble. If you have a couple of these, and then a couple of these, and then a couple of these again, you'll get into trouble. San Francisco IPA Juicy India Pale Ale brewed with peach and apricot.
Oh, I love peaches and apricots. In Spanish, they call it melocotón, a peach.
No,
Melocotón.
No, it's too excited.
Yeah, that should be really tasty. What did you say it was? It was an IPA or?
It's a juicy India Pale Ale.
A juicy IPA with the flavors of peaches and apricot.
And it says on the can, it's not even a brown bottle. It's a can of craft beer. Best way to transport beer. San Francisco's Outer Sunset, birthplace of San Francisco. Outer Sunset, that's weird because it is Anchor Brewing. Anchor Brewing Company is all the way over in the Dog Patch. They aren't actually in Outer Sunset, don't think. So that's weird that they did that. Maybe they brewed it at a site where they had or still have. Don't know. No date. What's a guy got to do for a date around here? No, just kidding. End the virus. They got to end the virus, which that will never end. All right, let's get into it. You'll like this one, James.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Too much carbonation. Look at that. Have to wait for it a little bit. Shit. It's rising. It's rising. So it's not as if you just lost a whole bunch of beer to foam. It's one of those reactive ales. Where I guess they just really carbonate the shit out of it. When it's only 49 IBUs. It's only 49 IBU. So it's not the best level for, that's more pale ale kind of level for the IBU. The carbonation, way too much. Poured like a 7-finger whitehead, James. Holy smokes. And that's a little embarrassing. Actually,
Looks great.
Yeah, I think it looks all right. I'm letting it, fester. I'm letting it collect. Just that carbonation is still disappointing, though. I'll have to wait on the sip. But for my title down there. Yeah. What's that?
No, the title. I was looking at the title. But it's good when a head lasts a long time. I mean, that's a good sign.
That's good carbonation. So you can say the carbonation out here is good. It's a little overwhelming, and I tend to knock beers down a bit for just having too many bubbles. Yeah, there's way too many bubbles. So you can see that it's dissipating now. But like one head, one finger.
Doesn't that mean it takes longer to get flat when you have a good head that lasts a while?
Yeah. So a little disappointed here because good head is good. Too much head is it's not a thing. No, just kidding. Too much head on a beer is yeah, it's an issue. The aroma. You get your, let's see, you get the peach, definitely. It's kind of like Cascade hops. And then, let's see, right. Not sure about the apricot. Sometimes when it comes to beer, James, one very big challenge is trying to make sure that you get all notes that you talk about, not just one note. So if you say that a beer on the can has more than one note, you got to make sure that all the notes actually pop up in the aroma, in the taste. They have to all be there, and you can't have one note be too domineering. It has to all be equal. So interestingly, I'm getting both, and sometimes it can, don't judge a book by its cover, but sometimes it can looks like the beer, James. Just they look the same way, they act the same. The beer is synonymous with the advertisement. So, all right. Cheers.
All right. And welcome everyone to Fandango Friday Uncensored. This is Fandango Friday Uncensored. I'm here with Mike Hilton from San Francisco, and he shows me a new beer every time he's on live, which is great. Shows me a new product, and this is a very nice IPA flavor with peach and apricot.
And James is a fan of peaches and apricots.
Peaches.
What other fruits are you a fan of? You like guava?
I love guavas, mangoes, papayas. I mean, I'd say those three are my all-time favorites. Papaya was voted the most nutritious foods, and mango is a close second. And
I think mango is so much better than papaya, James.
And
guava,
well, mango, they might be going neck and neck with nutrition, but I know guava is very high in nutritional value, and you can buy guava paste in the Latin food section.
Oh.
And you put that on toast, on whole grain bread, and I can, instead of putting orange marmalade, which isn't bad either, or Concord grape preserves, or try the guava paste.
Nice. Yeah, marmalade is okay, but it just seems like ultra fancy jelly. You do get a jelly feel on the beer, by the way. So you do get the apricot, you do get peach in the beer.
Well, what makes marmalade unique is that it's an orange. It's a jelly or preserve made from oranges, but it has the rind, orange rind in it.
Oh, yeah.
You can taste that unique, that little bitterness with the from the oil, the orange oil. You get that.
Yeah, and I guess that's why even 0 IBU, you get on a 0 IBU beer, you still get bitterness because that comes from all that rind, from all the fruit in the beer. So guessing that it's just already there in a way.
Well, I like a hoppy beer. I like a decent amount of hops.
Even though your mouth, James, doesn't it feel weird after a whole bunch of hops? It can feel uncomfortable after way too many hops. If you feel like, oh man, gonna go drink up. My mouth feels so weird after all these hops, James.
You
I
know,
can drink like 3 kefirs afterwards.
you know what? It was a porter made in Poland. I think the company is pronounced Zwick. Zwick. It starts with a Z, and it's pretty. One big bottle will get you drunk. It's pretty heavy duty porter, but it's also very bitter. So I
Porters
imagine
aren't usually that bitter. Wow.
I imagine they went heavy on the hops if it was that bitter, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So they're usually not that hoppy of a beer, James.
Porters.
Sounds like you like that porter. I don't think you would like most porters based off what you said.
No, I liked it. No, I did.
Oh.
I do like the flavor of hops, but maybe it's the type of hops that were used in that particular porter. I know porters are made with malted barley, and stouts are made with roasted barley.
Porters are made with malted barley. Stouts are made with roasted barley. Yeah, yeah. Would agree with that. I agree. I know. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Sprouted.
Yeah.
I think malted means the barley they allow it to sprout.
How's
And
my,
then,
James? How's my angle here, buddy? Because I do have to keep readjusting the phone.
you're straight. You're straight on. You're straight and even. I no problem.
By the way, this beer is a 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10.
So it's a 90 or 95% at least out of 100. So 90.
Oh man, that's what's so different about the 10-point system is you can interpret a 9 out of really as a 90. You can also interpret it as a 95 out of 100. So
well, a
in
9.5
that range.
out of 10 would be a 95. A 9 out of 10 would be a 90% out of 100.
A minus. This beer is an A minus.
It would be an A minus. But
it's really oaty. It's really good. It's really oaty and good. Some stuff could be improved. Maybe some perfumey stuff going on in the mouthfeel, but pretty bready. I can see why this one gets a lot of marks. I'm a fan. So James, if you're ever in the area, I'll take you to Anchor Brewing, and I'll show you these beers. They're really good. They're really, really good. Yeah, it's something a little bit rich. It's a little bit. It's a dank beer, to some extent. It's a little bit more rich though. Have you ever? What do you think about rich beer?
I like rich beer. I like hazy, really with particulates and unfiltered, unpasteurized. I like the thick beers, the thick, rich beers. Not the clear, not the real clear ones like the American macros. I like but then again, I really like that lager, the Modelo Especial lager was that you had was really good, and the
Modelo is good.
Modelo Especial, and the other one. I'm sorry.
Some asshole pulled product placement on everybody by standing next to Roger Stone, who ironically was wearing a mask. And guess what he had in his hand? He had a bottle of Modelo in his hand next to Roger Stone. Right. What do you think about that?
Outside? He had a bottle of Modelo outside?
Oh, I think it was outside. Yeah, but drinking Modelo, a beer that a lot of people like, next to a guy who not a lot of people like. That doesn't make sense. Just because think of it like politicians. You might have a crowd in front of you, but that doesn't necessarily equate to the whole country. That's just a crowd that you're addressing. That doesn't equate to 53% of the populace. That's just 100% of the people who you're talking to. If even 100%. So I think politics blows everything up, right?
Yeah. Well,
Biden could be a good president. he could be a good president. I think so.
Well, we're living in a very insane United States right now, and you got people that are still saying that COVID-19 is a hoax, but the southern states are all spiking, and they say California spiked because your governor opened up too soon, and it spiked pretty bad. But and then he had to reclose everything all over again.
It does make me side with the recallers. I want to re-elect Newsom, but if he keeps making mistakes, it makes it very difficult, and it sucks because he's a bit of a hometown boy, and I like the guy. I appreciate him. He's more salt of the earth than a lot of people in California. It's funny when you're in California, your friends, your family, everybody, they feel the most salt of the earth. Everybody else can feel really strange, weird. Everybody else can feel like a whole wall that you're talking to in a way. With Newsom, man, he's that's why I think he tries to do Republican things sometimes. I think really he's trying to bridge the gap. I don't know. I don't know if California is polarized, but we've been pretty consistently Democratic. So Republicans here will act weird because they are left out in the shadows. San Francisco is like 6% Republican. Only 6% Republican. That's anemic.
Well, I wonder why. I wonder what influenced Newsom to reopen so early and so fast. I wonder. I mean,
I think he was trying to appeal to Republicans. Honestly, I think he was also trying to appeal to generate some crossover, especially because the Democrats lost their majority in the legislature, but they lost their supermajority.
Well, Andrew Cuomo.
Yeah.
He won't budge. He'll tell if anybody gives him a hard time, Republican or otherwise, he'll tell them off. He's been arguing. He's been bucking heads with Mayor Bill de Blasio of New York City. He's been bucking heads with him, and he just says, "I'm about doing the right thing. I don't care what other people think." And that's how you
do now. Sorry, James, go ahead.
Yeah, no, everything is opening up slowly and carefully and in a smart way. It's not like 50% capacity, 75% capacity, 100%. Like in the South, that goofball DeSantis of Florida. The guy has a smile. The guy has a fake smile like a car dealer, and he walks like a penguin. He's fat. He walks like a penguin. Yeah, he like that, right? Exactly. And he just opened everything up because Republicans think it's a hoax. They just care about making money. Republicans are very obsessed with the economy. Everything's about making money. The hell with the environment and the planet and people's lives. They don't care about that.
Oh yeah, well the corridor can be attributed to the environmental disaster of today's world, and now I know why the universe is ghosting planet Earth, because probably pissed off at the inhabitants there. I mean, we're burning through the atmosphere. We are making ourselves sick. And what is it with kids? Why do we keep sacrificing kids all the time? And, kids are supposed to go back to school. It was already unsafe. You're going to make it more unsafe with the next thing that knocks them all out of existence. I mean, we're always sacrificing kids. We're never sacrificing people like you and me who have been out of school for a while.
Did you know that the Arctic Circle, not too long ago, experienced 100 degrees Fahrenheit?
100 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh shit!
In the Arctic Circle, and Republicans don't believe in climate change. I I'd say that's climate change.
That's gonna kill. Corridor sucks, but climate change is gonna kill so many more people. So many more people are gonna die from climate change.
Yeah,
It's unfortunate.
the sea levels are rising. There's more icebergs breaking off from Greenland. You know, there's a lot more icebergs floating in the ocean.
Oh, yeah, remember when we talked about the Titanic too? Actually, maybe isn't there a way that it could sink because there are more icebergs today?
Yeah.
Shit. Any ship up there could. I don't know.
Well,
Carpathia. Just kidding. Carpathia was.
Icebergs. Ice is pretty powerful. You know, it's like the tip you see sticking out of the water is only the tiny fraction of the iceberg.
Yeah.
Most of it is under the water. So.
And that is shitty. That is really shitty. It looks so much bigger underwater, man. Yeah, would not want to. How would a ship react to hitting the bigger area of an iceberg? You know, say I don't know if that's possible, but say that it did happen. A ship hit the underwater version of the underwater part of the iceberg, right?
Could you imagine the old time wooden sailing ships in the North Atlantic, or even a Viking boat made out of wood hitting an iceberg?
Oh man, shit.
Wood. We're talking about wood.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Just read something. John Lewis, Representative John Lewis of Georgia, has passed away. He was 80 years old.
John Lewis. He stepped down because he was sick. He was very sick. Yeah.
Oh, right. I thought he was still in Congress, but
no.
But yeah, he died.
He
condolences to the family out there.
He died today.
It's saying just now. Got it from WAPO first, and then now getting it from CNN. Lewis is deceased.
He was a great long time Democrat congressman from Baltimore, Maryland, and he really
Maryland. Yeah.
He really gave Trump a tongue lashing concerning the putting children in cages at the border.
There we go again, sacrificing young, vibrant creatures again. We're a creepy country, man.
Well, now Trump is calling all the immigrant children from the south of the border. He's calling them all gang members. He's putting them in the same category. He's saying they're all gang members.
Man, what do you think about all the mass violence in cities now?
Chicago,
increasingly violent.
Well, look at Chicago.
That's my hometown.
But Chicago's had the highest homicide rate, or used to be Detroit, and before Detroit, it used to be Washington D.C. But now it's Chicago has had the highest rate of violence for a long time now. But now it's worse during after George Floyd's death and during this pandemic. Now it's I'm surprised that the Illinois governor doesn't call out the National Guard to help out the city of Chicago, help out the mayor.
I might agree with Trump on that.
I would not let any private or public property get vandalized or burned down or destroyed. I would call out the National Guard immediately. I don't.
Well, I think he said that about that, and also kids getting killed in Chicago. and all across the country, young people losing their lives senselessly to cowardly acts. Albeit maybe it was not on purpose, but the amount of times I've now heard about it, some of it definitely was on purpose. And the mayor Bottoms, the last name Bottoms of Atlanta, said, "Yeah, you shot and killed a little baby." I mean, what the hell? I mean, not to give you shit, James. I'm saying that it's adults who should be sacrificed more. Not. I'm an adult.
It's really a sad. It's really really despicable how evil humanity has become, and it's not just in the United States. It's also in third world countries where they have totalitarian regimes, military dictatorship. The human race, human nature is evil. Look at what they did to every civilization. Every civilization became so corrupt and wicked. The Roman Empire, all of them, and the United States is getting there.
We're becoming Athens. We're becoming ancient Athens.
Yeah, the capitalism of the United States has become so corrupt and evil that it's getting like the Roman Empire got towards the end. And
right. It tends to happen toward a collapse of some sort.
Well, you know who predicted it? Nikita Khrushchev. That was Nikita Khrushchev during the early 1960s predicted that the United States will destroy itself from within. It'll be from within.
Yeah. It's a shame.
And that's how the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire crumbled from within. They started becoming more perverted and bloodthirsty. Like with the Colosseum, the Roman Colosseum. They.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll crumble, but we'll certainly lose a lot of the status that we had. I think I'm quoting somebody here, but basically, quote unquote, we'll be like the British. There will still be a Britain. There just won't be a British Empire. Because why you earn an empire if you can't even run things at home? Think if you have an empire, you're running things pretty well where you're at. So then, of course, you can start to have satellites.
The British lost their empire. That's another good example. The British lost their empire. That went on for several hundred years.
Not long enough.
They had from Queen Elizabeth I, Sir Francis Drake. From the time of the Crusades, to Queen Elizabeth I, and for quite a long time they had a thriving empire. They had the best navy.
Yeah,
they had the best navy, and it came to an end. Because of imperialism is not really a nice. Feudalism, imperialism is not a pleasant form of government to live under.
Yeah, it's very unpleasant, and just the misery, everything. It's just completely, totally unnecessary.
Everything goes to the king. Everything goes to the king. Everything belongs to the king. Nothing belongs. There's no middle class.
You know why he does that?
Because he can.
Well, but then also because the king wants the populace to fear him. He wants the populace to fear him. So then he takes from everybody. And if you take from people, that forces people, James, to kind of bow down to you. And it's, please don't take any more. Very Machiavellian shit.
And you know what else the king? You know what else the king of England used to say? Just like the Pope, They the both of them say they are the representatives of God on earth. They're the vicar of Christ. Their word is God's word.
Oh yeah, and Donald Trump today talking about his niece. I don't know if it's similar way of talking, but calling his own niece basically crazy. It's this sense of autonomy, you know. It's this fucking sense of autonomy.
Of course he's calling her crazy because the book totally trashes him from cover to cover. I mean, but there's a good possibility she's not crazy and she's telling the truth. So
right. Yeah, but I mean, I guess that's what people will say. But she said something. Yeah, but that's what was going down in Florida, where if you tell the truth in Florida, you lose your job.
There was that woman who was interviewed one time only by CNN, and we never saw her again. She was fired. She worked for the state of Florida, a Department of Health, connected to medical issues and Department of Health. And she said that the hospitals were falsifying the data on the people who died from COVID-19, and the total numbers were falsified. And she got fired. She got fired for telling the truth, and she was only seen to be interviewed one time by CNN, and I never saw her after that. No mainstream media picked it up and invited her, to be interviewed again. So you just multiply that times all the hospitals that are trying to get extra government money by falsifying the data.
Yeah. Maybe this is why Biden is ahead in Florida by up to 10 points in some polls, because maybe people are sick and tired of everything. And Republicans, they don't like to elect a lot of the people they have. Joe Biden is not the best, but then people will still elect him. So I think he has a chance at this point, James.
Well, Joe Biden does have an outstanding chance, but I just want to tell everybody Joe Biden is not a progressive. He's not left wing. He's a centrist. He's a centrist. He's part right wing and some left wing. He's a centrist. He is like Hillary Clinton. What's his name? Cory Booker, Chuck Schumer. All these establishment Democrats are centrists, which means they take big campaign contributions from the fat cats, from the big corporations. And if you take big campaign contributions, that means you owe favors in return.
Yeah.
If you get elected, you got to do them favors. So
aren't they trying to change that though? They always say that. I'm going to change everything.
Well, they want to get rid of Citizens United, which is to get big money out of politics, which I'm all for, but don't just do that. Get rid of gerrymandering. Get rid of the Electoral College. Get rid of super delegates. Get rid of regular delegates. Just have.
The only reason I like the Electoral College is all that fucking math.
The what? The map?
The only reason why I like the Electoral College is because of how cool the map looks. That's it.
I mean, to be fair, it should be one person, one vote, right? Now, when a horse wins the Triple Crown in horse racing, it wins because it crosses its nose its nose crosses the finish line before the other horses.
Oh
So
shit!
therefore,
Yeah, that makes sense.
when an NFL football team wins the Super Bowl, it wins because it scores more points than the other team. Same thing with hockey. Same thing with basketball. Same thing with baseball. Well, why can't it be like that with elections, with politics? Right? Why do we need all these Democrats have super delegates, and then the states have delegates, and then you have cheating called gerrymandering by the Republicans.
Yeah, you can have some people there to represent the voter if the voter is being fucked with every which way, especially being segregated from other voters. I'd rather live around both Republicans and Democrats, just not the way it happens now.
Well, you know,
they're getting so crowded out, they
you
feel
know,
like they have to act out.
yeah, you know who's a real sleazeball of all sleazeballs is Mitch McConnell.
Ah, man, and now it looks like he's gonna win again now. The polls were really favoring Amy McGrath.
Those idiots in that red state want that ugly turtle face old geezer, that crook.
That's what I mean. They don't like them, but they'll still reelect them. James, they don't like them, but they'll still reelect them.
That guy's on the take. He doesn't believe in helping the poor. He doesn't believe in social programs. He's on the take from so many corporations. Jesse Ventura.
I got him to switch on gun control for like 5 days. For 5 days, I got him to change his mind about guns in America. He was like, okay, I'm going on the TV. Kind of like 13 days, I'm going on the TV. And then, the movie 13 Days, I'm going on the TV. Hope the American people come with me. But yeah, then he switches around and says, just changes his mind again. And it's back to the views that he had that he changed his mind from. So he changed his mind twice.
Well, he probably got a little money from the NRA.
Right. Wait. Hold on. Especially if the voters agree with McConnell on gun control, but then the NRA bribes them. That is a form of financial bribery. But what?
Bribery. Well, it's corruption.
Yeah, it's bribery. I think that there are other words that you can use for it, though.
These people in these states, I honestly believe they are a product of inbreeding. They're inbred. Because how can you, in your right mind, if you're an adult with a reasonable amount of brain cells, how could you, in your right mind, reelect someone like Mitch McConnell? I mean, or that guy, a Republican in Florida, DeSantis. How could you reelect, or that holy roller, religious zealot fanatic in Texas? What's his name? Ted Cruz.
Oh yeah, he got caught on a plane the other day. I don't know if you saw that. He was on a plane the other day. Somebody, thank the Lord. Somebody took a picture of him, and his face looked exactly like my face looks now. You don't see the with the cover him up. Cover him up.
Mask. He had no mask.
It's funny how conservatives will often say, "Hey, cover him up, cover him up, cover him up."
You mean he had no mask?
Republicans always say to their daughter, "Cover him up, cover him up." But then when it comes to a mask, they don't say cover him up. They don't say cover him up when it comes to a mask. What the hell is that? That's stupid. Republicans used to be like that. They used to make sure that you followed rules, but they also used to make sure. Now, don't you feel more micromanaged, scrutinized now than you ever did under Obama or Bush?
No, I felt very peaceful under Obama and Bush and Bill Clinton and everybody before. I felt I felt like life was normal. And you know what? Obama had to deal with like SARS, MERS, Ebola, the swine flu, right?
He stuffed it out.
The bird flu, the avian flu, the bird flu, also
I remember that one.
Also from China. The swine flu, also from China.
And then the first coronavirus, or there were like 60, but why is it called coronavirus 2? Because we already had like 59 other coronavirus.
Yeah,
So,
it's a big family. It's a big family. They get
the
together.
Brady Bunch.
They sing, "We are family."
Wait,
yeah, the Brady Bunch. Oh, yeah. Well, that's how StreamYard gets sometimes when there's 6 people. But,
it looks like the Brady Bunch. Yeah, it fucking does. It so fucking does. And now it's gonna look even more like it with 10 people.
Well, that you gotta pay.
Blake was gonna have 10.
You gotta pay $20. You gotta pay $20 a month for that.
Yeah. See, I would agree with Blake. I think if that's for you, I would agree with you guys. You, Blake, everybody. I don't want it.
I'm not paying for this. What's his name? Eric Fraunfelter mentioned a free software where you can do a live stream show recorded, and you can stream it to different platforms at the same time. And let me see if I could find it. It's called
75?
Oh, it's called MobCam. MOB MobCam.
Mob.
MOB. Yeah.
Mob Candy.
MOB.
MOB.
Yeah.
CAN.
You can do live stream to different platforms at the same time. It'll record. It'll leave your video on different platforms like YouTube, Facebook, maybe.
That's genius.
Like maybe Twitter, but yeah, MobCam, check it out. Because Eric's been using MobCam.
Cool.
Doing his beer reviews.
Yeah. Oh, I just saw Hop on using MobCam on Google Images.
Really?
Nice. Blonde women are so fucking awesome. I mean, that sounds, but still, I like blonde women.
Well, if they're real blondes, that means they have blonde pubic hairs, right? Or maybe a little darker.
Yeah. Yes.
The carpet matches the drapes. It's true. It's true about redheads. It's true about redheads. The carpet does match the drapes.
What? Oh man.
Redhead.
Oh man. We're live here with the host, James Madonna. I'm your co-host, Mike, and this is 2 hours in now. Pretty good. I was an hour late.
2 hours. Yeah, but you know what? Time went by. I had Eric Kornfelter. We played a song, the latest song by Oxblood Forge. Nina Yordi jumped aboard, and then you came. And I was originally supposed to do pro wrestling talk, health, fitness, and nutrition with Kentagious. But Mr. Kentagious
needs to come on. He needs to come on.
Yeah, but you know what problem he had? He had an old cell phone, and it kept saying your device is disconnected from StreamYard. And
come on, man, really?
But I told him how you gotta allow. You have to go up to the URL, click on the little camera, and a drop-down menu comes down, and you have to allow your webcam and microphone to be accepted all the time.
Once the breweries are back up and can do, can go back to every single brewery and do a live stream, but now using StreamYard, and then you could probably have guests like yourself while at a live event.
In other words, you could go to a brewery in your region, and you'll be inside the building and holding up your iPhone, you can go live on StreamYard.
That would be awesome. I don't really hold the phone up. I try to discourage people mocking the review. I don't like when they do that. I find it very disrespectful. And if they have the balls to do that, then they should have the balls to get their own damn camera and do their own damn stream. I'm not going to stop you from that. Hell, that would make me think you're a confident person if you do that.
Yeah.
But no, a lot of people like to mog other people's reviews because they'd rather just be on camera that way as opposed to do their own show and have their own ideas.
Like you can have the tanks, you can have the stainless steel tanks behind you as a background, or you can have, if they have
Or a cool flag.
Well, no, like let's say the brewery has a little bar with taps. You could sit on a bar stool with the taps behind you, and you could show, and you could turn around and show people the different beers they make here, and the one you're drinking. You know,
that's what I could have done.
Just
yeah, because I went to this one.
Just prop up the camera on the bar.
I went to this one brewery at a school brewery, but it's a big crowd, so then shit will happen. And got a couple mogs at there, but I could have just showed the opposite side. It was a good brewery. It was a really good brewery. Just too many people, but great brewery. One of the brewers, when he saw me, he knew I was gonna do my live thing, and he was cool about it. But then he made a joke. I think it was a joke where he flipped me off while I was doing my review. So funny. Really appreciate just brewers with a sense of humor, not the weird brewers about like don't come to my brewery looking for love. Just drink your beer and that's it. Brewers like that are.
Oh, you had somebody say that to you?
Couple. And that brewery I got thrown out of because let's just say I had. It was a night. Not proud of it. There's a weird thing now. Beer. Don't act like an idiot when you go to breweries, but I don't know if you have to be so intensely anti. There's an anti-social drive, a bit of an anti-social drive I've noticed within part of the craft beer community. People would rather be anti-social, and they get a little bit mad if somebody expresses themselves. You talk about being too structured. That might not be them. They could have elements of it, though. Now, that's okay. But just know, some people want to, like James, want to express themselves. They don't just want to sit and be all like this. I mean,
What's
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but you were promoting his establishment. What's his problem?
No. He went. The brewery I got thrown out of. That wasn't the one with the flipping me off. That was a joke. That was another one where I did some dumb shit. I got 86th. It sucked. That was really bad. I don't know. Maybe you didn't like other things I was like reviewing beer. There should have been something that was boiling in him. He must have been. He complimented my shirt, but he must have been boiling about something because he complimented the shirt, but then he didn't allow the conversation to keep kind of developing. And this is an issue. This is an issue in the craft beer community. Those who they're too into the beer. They're not about other. You're right, man. They're too into the beer. They're not into other things, and it kills them. I have to say, it kills them. That's why I don't join a brewery, because it would kill me. Yeah.
I don't like people that don't mind their own business.
Yeah, that don't mind their own business. No,
if I was going live with you at the bar with the taps in the background, and somebody talk shit, then there's gonna have to be a barroom brawl.
Yeah, some people think that they can just butt in, and then I look at them like, "Are you high? I'm doing my own thing." It's a scream, but you're clearly inebriated. You're out of your mind. And you're doing that. A lot of people like you, who I notice, you'll get very upset if I say something. But then you think that you can just, butt in on the
Yeah.
on
Well,
camera and be annoying.
Even the management, I mean, it's none of their fucking business.
I have spoken to management about it before. Yeah,
It's none of their business if we're live stream. I mean, I see girls constantly looking at their cell phones and taking photographs and selfies and videos.
Nobody butts in then.
Nobody says anything to them. So this
No,
motherfucker,
nobody butts in then.
this
Oh
motherfucker,
yeah, nobody said anything to them, but nobody butts in. And so this one guy gave me a couple of guys to give you a smart ass look when you're on your camera, and they're all like this, and I'm just like I'm beating my head about it. They sit down like this, just creep. What is this country up to?
I would say, could I help you? Can I help you?
Yeah. That guy was just a moron. You're an adult, and when you say things to people, especially like these cases where a lady questioned a black guy walking into an apartment building one time until she saw his door, and then said, "No, I was trying to meet you." Some people can't put a fucking cork in it, and they embarrass themselves. And they fucking embarrass themselves. I don't know why. What's this newfound propensity, James, to embarrass oneself?
Well, because they assume. People assume all the time.
They assume all the time, right?
They assume. They make an ass out of you and me. They assume. Yeah, they
make an ass of you. Yes, that's for my family too. To assume, to make an ass of you and me. Yeah. I think there's something else for my family. You ever heard this one? To make an assumption is to be the mother of all fuck ups, or something like that.
Yes, it often is. It often is. Always get your facts. Always get your facts. Stick to the facts, man. Like Jack, what is it? Jack Webb on Dragnet, the old show Dragnet. Stick to the facts, man. Only the facts.
I don't know about Dragnet. I've heard about it.
Well, what happens is the ladies, when they would interview, they were detectives, two guys, and they would interview a woman, and she'd go on and on about her personal life, and he would say, just the facts, ma'am, only the facts.
Yeah, he was trying to get her to calm down.
On and on and on.
Yeah, I have seen that. There was a bus. Was on a bus, and a lady who was a little bit too friendly with everybody. Also, then when the bus driver was giving people instructions, the lady just started kind of going off about her life with in front of everybody, asking the driver questions, but then kind of drawing it out, and then using that as an opportunity to, delve into her entire personal life, details, and that's the thing. A lot of women like that, especially around that age group. A really big ego. What's with the ego when people get when we get older, especially some women? Why do some older women, a lot of them, have this ego about things? What's that?
You know why? Well, what happens is, I've noticed people in my family, my relatives, as soon as they reach menopause, and they have the hot flashes and the hormonal imbalance, and it makes them it changes their personality. It changes how they feel. How they the symptoms they have, which can be very rough. It can be very rough. But when a woman reaches middle age, and she gets close to menopause, which means she can't get pregnant anymore. No more menstrual cycles, because her ovaries stop producing eggs. No more eggs. So,
so maybe they feel like they've lost a bit of purpose.
Even though their sex drive is reaching a peak, they can sometimes experience vaginal dryness and many other symptoms. But one of the symptoms I notice is they get very opinionated and very arrogant and set in their ways. They get very stubborn and opinionated. Like, in other words, oh, no, you're wrong. I always use this product, and this is better than yours. Everything is like, mine is better than yours. And they get very competitive and they get very opinionated. And I hate
happen with guys too. I mean, I saw this guy.
True.
What's with guys standing around in their drive, guys standing around in their driveway and just kind of like kids, waving and bothering passersby. I had to deal with that yesterday after a whole bunch of shit on the trail with the dogs, as you saw. And then a guy was in his driveway and he was gesturing, and I flipped him off for being rude. And then he does this shit. He's like, this pompous fucking shit I keep seeing him around in my area. What happened to my area? It used to be an easygoing, selfless place, but he does this. It's just, holy shit. I that's not something that, but still, wish you could. Just a whole bunch of old people seem like fucking smartasses.
I noticed, like, when you were going live on Facebook, there was it sounded like a woman carrying on or arguing with somebody. Like, there was
really?
Outside on the terrace, when you were on the terrace.
I don't know if they were arguing.
Or they were
loud. They may have been. But I can be pretty loud myself. But they usually make some good food. I get just this incredible, these incredible smells. Meat, stuff like that. I go over there just to get food. No, that's just.
They invite you for.
Oh, I don't know them. I don't know them yet.
Oh, you don't know.
I unfortunately don't know them yet. So I don't know if they own that whole place.
So you live in a condominium complex.
Yeah, live in a condo.
Do they have an in-ground swimming pool there?
Oh, they have a swimming pool. Way over there. They have a swimming pool way over there.
Do you go in it to cool off, or do you?
I try to. I haven't done it. Especially not now with. I don't know. How do you not focus on things when you're trying to get things done? A guy jogging is trying to get things done. That's why he's not going to, unless you're Louis Litt, that freaking guy from Suits, although still a pretty good character. If you're jogging, you're not going to smirk at women or bother women. You're not. It's not going to be on your mind. If you're a guy who makes sense, you're going to keep on jogging. How do I stay jogging? How do I stay walking? How do I keep all this?
No,
distractions.
The reason why I'm saying it is, I used to do laps in an in-ground pool with I had these rubber gloves. They were It was webbing. It was webbed, and I used to do laps. I used to do the breaststroke. Without stopping, without touching the edge of the pool. I would turn around, or I have my snorkeling gear. I would put my flippers on, my mask, and snorkel, and I would just do laps on the bottom of the pool and go back and forth, back and forth. It's great exercise.
Yeah. And so I think the backstroke is really good. Yeah, man, I think all these strokes are
Crawl.
every stroke is good.
They call it the crawl.
I don't know the crawl. I do
But
not know the crawl.
the breaststroke, I got a good pump. I got a good upper body pump.
Yeah. See about I'm a good backstroker. Like you, I'm good at the backstroke. That sounds wrong. But I get scared of swimming without knowing where the hell I'm going. I get worried about it. I know you can look over your shoulder, but I get really scared when I'm swimming, and I'm just doing this.
Yeah, I don't like the backstroke.
Bang. It's just.
I don't like the backstroke, but with the breaststroke, I can feel more muscle groups being activated.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, not with the fists, with the hands open.
No, I fist too much. I do too many fists. Like
Yeah.
this.
Close the fingers and do it.
James, get away from me. James, get away from me. No. I have a new beer.
In petulance. Oh, look at that. Modern Times. I've seen that before, but it looked good.
You saw this beer?
Yeah, but it looked good, though.
It's the Modern Times Fruitlands Mai Tai edition. The Fruitlands is a sour. This is a sour as a Mai Tai.
Oh, Mai Tai. I love Mai Tais.
Mai Tais, yeah.
What kind of fruit? What kind of fruit they use? Tropical fruits?
I guess so. 4.8% ABV. Good question. The fruits that they use are orange, pineapple. They also use some lime. 6 SRM. So I think next to no original gravity. 10 IBU. Bit of a description on the back, and a huge can of craft beer. Not even a bottle. Again, Trader Joe's is really hitting the red line with the selling all the cans. I don't know where it's going to end. This is awesome. Certified independent. Bing, bing, bing. We got a true craft brewery. A lot of people think that Modern Times beer is like this big place. It really isn't. They have a couple. They have a couple satellites, but that doesn't make you a big place. I think they're a regional craft brewery because they must do at least 60,000, if not 600,000 barrels per year. This is a sour beer. The last sour beer was a bit disappointing, so we'll have to see about this one. I think it's a sour. I think it's a sour fruited. And okay. Even if my neighbors were having an argument, it sounds like one of those conductive arguments, not just a stupid argument, you know. 2-finger Whitehead doesn't get any hazier than that. This is the haziest that it comes by, especially as a sour. Bubbles, dark, not rising. You seeing? It looks unfiltered with all the light. Damien may attest to that notion. Still good. Glazing is okay, but I didn't really chill the glass. I kind of just put the beer in the freezer, in the fridge, which can't be enough. Let's get the aroma on this high body ale. Oh man, this is okay. This is some serious stuff going on. This is quite a pleasant aroma, man. It's very citrusy. It's incredibly citrusy and pleasant. It's very pleasant. I think what you're getting is the lime. And when you've been drinking or you have a hangover, I think that lime really helps. Lime is so pleasant.
Oh, I love
It's
lime.
not sour. It's nice sweet. You like lime? Yeah, lime.
Yeah,
is
like
good,
the original margarita.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's why margaritas are so awesome. All the lime. They should make a margarita version of this.
Yeah, they should.
Pineapple. Oh yeah, pineapple.
An
That's
orange.
that sweetness. Lime. That's that sweet sourness. Not sure about the oranges, but that's all right. Let's get into it, James. Cheers, buddy.
Oh, it looks wonderful. Modern Times, Fruitlands.
Oh, you know what? The last sour that had, it must have been on some kind of disability, but this is pretty fucking awesome. This is how you do a sour. You still have that tartness coming through. Presto, presto, fruit at the front. Some bitterness, not really. That's okay. Good lacing. Nice seaside feel. It just goes down easily. You get that, what you said, James, you get the tropical notes. But then the lime on this ale really shines through. They do a good ass job with this. And you know, if you go to Modern Times, even the satellite out in Oakland, you will see a gargantuan menu, almost as if they're adding. And it's not one of those breweries where they just to add, but then the beer obviously has potential. They add a beer, but it's almost like they don't just add it. They're not just going to add a beer. They're going to make sure that it comes out nicely. Was a fan of the Modern Times Sour, the original Fruitlands. This one is a 10 out of 10. This is a 10 out of 10.
Wow, that's a great score. 100%. That's great.
100%.
What is it considered? Is that an IPA also, or?
Oh, bloody well should be. No, let's look it up. The original Fruitlands was a sour. So now what I'm looking up is no, not San Francisco IPA. Already had that. Fruitlands, Mai Tai. Not sure about where the Mai Tai comes in, except for the lime. I think that's where it comes in. Yeah, it's a fruited Goes sour, so it's even a little bit German. Goes is a German sour, and Goes is also a bit of a Hefeweizen. I think it's also a bit of a Hefeweizen. And here it is.
Oh, it's a wheat beer. It's a wheat beer then.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much a wheat beer too. Don't know why some people don't like wheat beer.
A lot of people don't like it, but you know what? I think wheat beers can be very refreshing in the warm weather, in the hot days.
They can be absolutely refreshing. Gonna take a picture here. They can be absolutely refreshing. I sense beer in here. You know, it's resiny. It's a little bit hoppy. It's a little bit. It is not sweet. It is not sweet. Maybe a lot of people attest that these kinds of beers, I don't know, they're a little sweet for my palate. That's just a beer that, you know, James, it doesn't have enough hops. That's why it's so sweet.
You have does your tablet come with a tripod, a stand?
It does. It kind of does, yeah.
Oh, it does. It opens up. Oh, okay. Oh,
that's a Logi keyboard. I got the Logi keyboard.
Oh, okay.
The Smart keyboard is cool, but I got sick of it. The Logi keyboard is pretty awesome. And this iPad has a lot of quirks, sure. Lots of bells and whistles, but at the end of the day, it's lasted me probably 4 years. And during quarantine and unemployment, for this thing to be just firing off, ready to go. iPad Pro grade, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for the iPad.
Yeah,
pretty good. Needs improvement though.
And then, you know, of course, if you need it, you always have that microphone. You know.
They should have just built that in it.
Well, they did. They did, but your voice volume was low.
It was low.
Yeah.
It was fucking low.
Now, well, you saw what happened when I plugged in my my earbuds with the mic and the in the phone, in the Android.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, woo, the volume went woo, like way up.
All the way up, all the way up, all the way up.
Yeah, and it was like I didn't even have to like shout. I just talked softly, and you heard every word I said loud and clear.
Oh, I just shout in general.
Yeah, well, I shout because I always think I'm not going to be heard because with the old technology, the webcams and mics were not that great.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't just. You don't have to call it the iPad Pro. Just focus on making everything better than it was originally.
Yeah, well, the iPad the tablet is not exactly equal to the laptop. Not yet.
No, they keep saying it is, but not yet. Not yet.
Not quite yet. No.
Not quite.
But eventually, a tablet will look like a big I'm sorry. Eventually, a laptop will look like a big tablet. I predict it. Everything will evolve into a big tablet. Even your average desktop. Because the reason why I'm saying it is because I'm not talking about my desktop is custom built. I'm talking about the average desktops when you go to Best Buy and you go to you look on Newegg or Tiger Direct and you look at desktops. They're getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
Oh yeah, Sony discontinued laptops.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Sony? Really?
Yeah, Sony is not doing any more computers. They're just
No
focusing on their
computers?
tablet right now.
What do they have?
Yeah.
What do they plan on
They
doing?
have tablets. They have tablets, but the thing is, it needs a bezel. It needs to have a bezel. I mean, as much as it's awesome to attach and detach, you still need a bit of a bezel, I think, right?
Yeah.
This is a little awkward.
Yes.
It can be a little awkward.
No, you gotta, I mean, technology is advancing at such a rapid rate that I think the industry, I think that the laptop and the desktop will evolve into a large tablet.
Yeah.
Evolve. Yeah. I mean, and you know what?
Happens to the phone? What happens next with smartphones? What do you think?
You see how much smartphones came? They came a long way.
I mean, yeah, the volume on here is perfect. Real Ale Craft Beer Guide. What he does is he just basically uses his phone, and he has what you're saying. He uses he has that prop for the phone.
Tripod. Well,
tripod.
you saw the little clay pot I was using the other night.
Little clay pot. I think so. Yeah, I remember that now.
It was perfect. It was perfect. It held my phone right in place. I mean,
yeah.
It didn't even shake or move. I mean, I got phone tripods. I mean, if you need a phone tripod,
oh, that would be awesome, man.
No, send me your address on Messenger. I'll send you one.
Right. Now, I don't have an issue with gifts. What I have an issue with is somebody tries to take advantage after a gift, and then tries to act like.
I'm not. You mean an Indian giver? I'm not. No. I'm not an Indian giver.
If somebody gives me a mic, but then is towering over me when I'm trying to use a mic, but what you do with your gift is your business.
I don't expect any. I don't expect anything in return. I send it because I like to. I like to help when I can my friends. That's all.
Here's fun. James, you're the fucking man.
I mean, I'll never call you at 7 a.m. because I'm. You know what time I got up today? I got up today at noon, 12 noon. I woke up. So
Nice.
you don't have to worry about me calling you at the crack of dawn or 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, some people do that. That's annoying, but I appreciate that, man. You know, you have discipline. Just because you're retired doesn't mean you're not gonna have discipline. No, you're a very disciplined person, and you. I don't think you're structured, as you said. I think you're consistent.
Well,
I mean, every show I see, you're very consistent.
if I have a doctor's, if I have to make a doctor's appointment to get a refill on something, let's say, okay, and they can't give me any afternoon appointments. They go, oh, we're all booked up. I'm sorry, James, we're all booked up, I said, all right, what do you have that's available? And if they say 10 a.m. or 9 a.m., I got to suck it up and deal with it. I got to set the alarm. I got to get up and do it. But
Yeah.
it's not like,
Even though they may say that shit again.
well, but most of the time they don't. They say, oh, whoa, we got the afternoon, anytime in the afternoon, anytime you want. The only time I do mornings, at the doctor is when it's time for me to get my blood test. And I don't want to, when I do a blood test, I don't eat after, like, let's say 9 p.m. because I want an accurate blood test. So I do a fasting blood test. I don't eat the night before. But I don't want to starve myself, until the afternoon to give blood.
Fuck that.
No, because then
Okay.
I gotta wait like half of the day into the afternoon for them to take my blood and not have anything to eat. Nothing, not even coffee. So I rather get the blood test, boom, in the morning. Then
Why do you do blood tests, James?
now once a year, for a physical examination, just a general exam.
Right.
But it's easy because if I get my blood taken in the morning, I can pig out. I can go home. I can make coffee. I can eat anything I want. You know what I mean? But if there's no blood test involved, I'll just make all my appointments in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what's weird? I'm really puzzled. All the Asian massage parlors in my area around here, they're all open. It says open,
Hold on.
open. Like
How is that possible?
if I walk by, it's open. Isn't that like very close? Very people touching, people getting really close to you, right? There's no social distancing in a massage parlor.
What the hell?
How the hell? What? How are they able to be open? You know what I should do? I should call City Hall and get the health department on the phone and say, I live in this town and I'm confused about something. How do all the Asian massage parlors, how are they able to be open during this pandemic? I'm totally confused. and the person,
Maybe they're having all the kids go there.
and they'll probably laugh. The person on the phone will probably laugh and give me some confusing reason. But yeah, they're open now. Oh, did you see my video about the quesadillas
I did not see that yet.
on Facebook? Yeah, I made a ground.
I've seen that one, yeah.
I made ground black Angus beef quesadillas.
Is that on Paul Vaughn's?
No, it's on Everything is Food.
Everything is food. Okay, let's go check. Let's check this one out.
Yeah, actually, I'll do a screen share.
Let's do a screen share. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do a screen share. Hold on.
I turned off most Facebook Messenger notifications, so if it takes longer now, it's just because of every single day. That's what you said, right? People pinging you every single day, at every single hour. It's like, I love you guys, but I can't take it. I'm gonna become a freaking zombie. I can't take it.
I don't contact you every hour.
Not you. No, not you. Not you. Them. And they're cool, but it's just I cannot take all that pinging from people at like. Facebook has a weird ass alarm clock. Facebook gets up at like 3 o'clock in the morning for some reason, even though everybody says they're asleep. Then your tablet's going bonkers while on your bedside manner next to you. Holy fuck!
Shit, it won't work. It won't work on a Facebook video. Son of a bitch.
Is there a way that you can upload it and then show it again? Oh, hey, looks like.
Oh wait, there it is. All right, there it is. Okay, all right.
Oh wow, this looks awesome. Is that meat?
Okay. Happens to be Friday, the end of July 2020. I'm making ground black Angus beef quesadillas. All right. They're sauteing in extra virgin olive oil. And on that tortilla, I have mole sauce. I have the jalapeno with tomatillo sauce.
I've not had that one yet.
And I have this agave red chili hot sauce, Frontera.
Ooh.
Okay, on corn tortillas. I have 3 more packages in the freezer. And I have
what are those? What are those taco shells?
Shredded cheese in the refrigerator. So I have enough. Corn tortillas. More than enough. So what I'm going to put, I put the 3 sauces, the 3 amigos on the corn tortilla, and then I will put some ground beef in the middle, and then I will put the cheese last, and then I will place a second corn tortilla on top and press down, and that's it. I could make tacos, but my filling is too large. The taco wouldn't hold the type of fillings that I use.
Nice.
Okay,
yeah,
turned over the black Angus ground beef quesadilla, and I'm going to get ready to make my second one. And there's all the ingredients: the mole, the jalapeno, tomatillo sauce, Frontera agave red chili hot sauce, and of course the cheese.
Yes. That is awesome.
Yeah. So
wow.
So that all right, let me get rid of that. Yeah. So.
Nice, man.
Yeah. So I don't know why it's still here.
Well, if it's any consolation, I can't see screen share anymore.
All right. Yeah, I took it away. Yeah. So that's what I had to. Well, I you know what I do too? I take the organic refried beans, and sometimes I'll make a refried bean and cheese quesadilla with the hot sauce.
Wait, so how do you do quesadillas again? It seems a bit of an elusive.
Well, it's like a taco, except it's bigger. What I do is I put a corn tortilla, soft, on the pan with no oil, dry. Then I put all the hot sauces, all the sauces I put in the middle of the tortilla, right? Then if you have any meat or refried beans. You know, you can add that on top of the sauce, and then I put the cheese last because when the cheese melts, it seals all the other ingredients underneath it. It melts down. Then I put another corn tortilla, like a sandwich, on top of that, and I press it down a little, so it all melts into a disc. So now you got like almost like a taco sandwich almost.
How long does that take? A taco sandwich.
Oh,
how long does it take?
A quesadilla, not long at all. Like a few minutes on each side.
Yeah, it's just I don't like having to continuously go back to buy more tortillas. So it sounds like the tortilla use increases.
Well, I buy extra amount. I put it in the freezer, and then I put
that's when you buy in bulk.
Yeah, I put it in the freezer. Then I put it in the refrigerator. Like if I got it bulk, I'll separate them. You know, I'll put them in Ziploc bags because you know, I don't want them to get moldy. If I buy a lot of them, and I put the whole thing in on top, you know, on top of the counter or on room temperature, it might get moldy. If I keep it in the refrigerator too long, it might get moldy. So what I'll do is
that happens with pasta. Pasta gets, and that's not necessarily anything bad. It's just that it changes the appearance. You can still eat it. It's just that it's not the same.
A pasta, well, they do get. Eventually, they get old, but you know, usually it doesn't lie around long enough to get old. You know, if you're getting like Trader Joe's organic whole wheat spaghetti or something, something like that. You know, it's not gonna hang around that long, and it's 1 pound. So when you boil it, it gets bigger. So what that means is you have leftovers, and I put leftovers in the freezer. You know, I use the Glad containers. They have like a blue lid, and they're rectangular. Yeah,
that's what you can do for pasta. Yep.
Yeah, because rectangular containers, they all interlock together, and they don't take up a lot of room in the refrigerator.
That's so weird. Thought that you could just use it in the spindle or that pot with the holes where you pour the pasta into, and then just put that into the fridge, and then just maybe even wrap it up with some saran wrap.
Oh, you're talking about the one with the strainer in it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you could do that. I just use a colander that I had from the old house. I got a few colanders. I got a whole bunch of colanders.
What's the difference between a colander and a strainer?
Same thing.
Oh, that's the same thing.
It's like you saying Caribbean and I say Caribbean, tomato. You know, yeah, it's the same. It's the same.
Same shit.
It strains. It strains the water out. Now, if I'm making Japanese noodles, like let's say I'm making ramen or somen or soba, right? I'll just use the spaghetti spoon. You know, the one that looks like it's got fingers. I'll just scoop the ramen noodles right out of the water.
Right.
Well, I think I have a feeling that Damian Owens is still not feeling well because I haven't heard from him.
What happened, man?
Because of the heat wave and him wearing the mask at work, his asthma came back. He had to go get an inhaler from the doctor. Yeah, his asthma came back.
Damn.
And he was real sick yesterday, and it's because he has to wear the mask all day at work, and it made his asthma return, and he had to get an inhaler.
Oh, and asthma is one of those things, with the
Oh.
coronavirus.
Well, you can't be asthmatic.
No.
No. Asthmatic is an underlying affliction.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, that sucks. So he has a condition, and that condition is asthma.
Yeah, he has a condition, and that's his only condition is asthma.
Damn.
And but it is an underlying condition, and he better start taking this pandemic more seriously. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, because a lot of people who denied it, they passed on. They went away. And it's a shame. It's just Damien brings a lot of good content to YouTube, and even though many disagree, it's nice to have somebody who disagrees. I mean, shit, he's a very entertaining guy.
I like his research. I like his. He has a brilliant mind. I like his politics. But I like his tarot card reading. His tarot card reading very much. But I don't agree with thinking that COVID-19 is a hoax. I don't agree with that.
If it was a hoax, everything would be opened, buddy. Everything would be open.
If it was a hoax, do you honestly think that all these businesses all over the country would be closed this long?
Hell fucking no.
Are you kidding me?
That's a real failure.
These people have to pay an overhead on their businesses. They have to pay leasing, rents, on the stores, and I mean, it's not like these business owners are losing money.
I thought that they had overhead from the coronavirus spending bill.
What pill?
The $1 trillion stimulus that Congress passed. I thought that.
Well, they got
that includes overtures.
It probably does. I mean, did they pass the second stimulus?
No, I don't think so. I think that the Senate passed it because it was a Republican thing, and Republicans were bullish about it. But I'm not sure that the Democrats will side on, especially because Democrats have gotten a little bit more fiscally tough.
You know why Republicans want to pass a stimulus? Because it'll make Donald Trump. It'll be the only thing that would make Donald Trump look good.
Wait, what?
It will be the only. It will be the only thing that will make Donald Trump look good.
I heard that Donald Trump is in their pockets, and they're kind of taking advantage of him and shit.
Well, I hear that Donald Trump is doing really bad in the polls.
Yeah, the only poll that shows him ahead by a sizable amount is in places where he did the best last time anyway, like Kentucky.
What a bunch of idiots in that state! I swear. You ever hear of Wolf County, Kentucky? The people are living in shacks. People are living in shacks, and they vote for Mitch McConnell. They vote Republican, and Republicans don't believe in social services. They don't believe in helping the poor. So
what do they want to stay in their? What do they want to stay in their condition?
I mean, yeah. I mean, they're still living in shacks, and the Republicans are doing nothing. You're doing
I don't
nothing.
like seeing that, man. Appalachia has been suffering a long ass time, And
Well,
they keep saying
Appalachia,
we don't switch parties, but no.
they must, you know what? Um, they must be like religious zealots that don't believe in abortion and,
Oh
that,
yeah, sacrifice.
like the people that cherry pick from the Bible. They cherry pick from the Old Testament.
Right.
Things they like stoning gay people. They want to put gay people to death. Things like that. Like they don't
Very
really
perverse.
they don't talk about Jesus Christ in the New Testament. They talk about the Old Testament when they used to put people to death. They love that part. So
Yeah.
so
By
that
the way, check it out.
oh, what do you got?
Pesto pizza.
Oh wow.
Really good. Really nice and smoky. 10 out of 10.
Organic pesto pizza. It's no tomato. It's got pesto topping, which is like basil puree, I think.
I think so.
It's got pine nuts, black pepper, Parmesan or cheese.
It just says with tomatoes and broccoli. I mean the cheese. I don't know if Parmesan.
I mean pesto sauce is pine nuts, Parmesan and or Romano cheese.
Nice.
Olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, garlic, pureed basil, and
Yep.
I think black pepper, something like that. And it's they usually use angel hair. Angel hair. Yeah, real thin spaghetti.
Angel hair pasta.
Yeah.
Not hair of angels.
Yeah, that's just like a slang term for extra thin spaghetti.
Yeah. Boy, my friend, he does something where he takes fettuccine and then he makes it look like pasta. And then it even tastes like pasta. He could do that.
Well, fettuccine carbonara is not what I thought it was. There's no cream in it. It's just one raw egg and a lot of Parmesan cheese or Romano and black pepper and bacon. I think they put bacon bits in it. And
carbonara. That sounds like combining two meals together.
Yeah, you keep on stirring the pasta in with the raw egg and the cheese, and you just
Is that why it looks so white?
Yeah, and then it gets like a creamy texture. And then there's bacon bits, black pepper.
You could be a chef, James.
Well, you know what the problem is? If you're in a restaurant, if you're working in a popular restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And you got all these orders coming in, simultaneously. You got to really be able to juggle everybody's order coming in. I mean, you got to watch everything like a hawk. You got to make sure you don't overcook anything, that you don't undercook anything, or you don't burn somebody's dinner. And it seems like a very stressful job. You really got to be a dynamo, multitasking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, multitasking is possible. I mean, some people say that multitasking doesn't really exist, though. Multitasking is not really skill.
It's possible within reason. Within reason,
yeah.
It can be done. But not if you're like for instance, there was an old episode of I Love Lucy where she worked in a candy factory, and there were chocolates going by, and she had to do. It was a conveyor belt moving, and she had to do different things as the chocolates were coming by, and then they started coming by faster and faster and faster, and she ended up eating some of the chocolates on the conveyor belt because she couldn't they were coming by too fast. Well, that's similar to multitasking beyond a human's control, beyond humanly possible.
You never smoke your own weed. Come on, man.
Well, you mean if you were? Oh, I'm thinking about the South Park episode, Integrity Farms, when Randy Marsh and Towley opened up a marijuana plantation in Colorado. It was a marijuana farm. They grew special hybrid marijuana because it's legal in Colorado. And I think by you, Washington and Oregon is legal, right? Legal recreation.
Yeah.
Recreation.
Did New Jersey approve at least medical use of marijuana?
Yeah, I think they approve medical, not recreational. How about California? You have recreational?
I don't think. Actually, I think we did approve recreational. So yeah, I think it is legal here.
Yeah. Well,
I'll have to check.
Nevada, prostitution has been legal for a long time.
No, yeah, you know what, California, I'm willing to say this. If I'm wrong, sorry. I think California, weed is legal there. Because they have weed shops now. So, yeah, it's legal.
It's legal. Well,
Yeah.
the woman I used to date, the Mexican woman from San Diego. Well, she was originally from Mexico. She used to drive to Tijuana and get the dark chocolate with high cannabis oil inside the chocolate. She used to get the real strong cannabis chocolates, but it was a dark
Chocolate gets me high enough as it is already.
Yeah, no. She used to get cannabis in that form. So when she went to by the immigration gate to come back into California, nobody would bother her because she had all these chocolates, and it was in Spanish, and there were chocolates. As far as they were concerned, there were dark chocolate. But it was chocolate with a lot of cannabis extract. So
what percentage of the cannabis to the chocolate?
Well, it was
chocolate,
enough.
Less chocolate, more cannabis.
It was enough to make her very calm and mellow. It was enough.
Well, I feel like CBZ, maybe the United States needs less alcohol and needs more CBZ.
Well, it is a miracle medicinal plant. I mean, It does do many things.
I'm anxious as fuck. I need it.
Actually, hemp is the most versatile cash crop that in the history of mankind. I mean, hemp has so many uses. It really does. It really does. I mean, you can make plastics out of it. You can make special concrete cinder blocks for building. You can make cloth that's superior to cotton, better than cotton. You can make T-shirts out of hemp, which is more durable than cotton. You can make medicinal products. You can make so many things. You know that Betsy Ross's original American flag was made out of hemp.
There you go.
Did you know George Washington and some of the other founding fathers, they all had hemp on their plantation. They grew hemp on their plantation.
No. No.
Yeah, because I mean, not the cannabis for smoking. I mean, the run-of-the-mill hemp plant for for making textile, for fiber, for making clothing and cloth, and it was mostly for textiles, for cloth. But they had other uses for it. But hemp seeds are very nutritious. Hemp seeds are real good for you. You've seen hemp seeds at Trader Joe's.
I have not seen hemp seeds at.
No, they have it. They have hemp seeds.
3 hours in now.
Oh, it's 3 hours already. Yeah, nobody else is. Eric never came back, so let's wrap it up. Last call.
Cool.
This is officially last call because I'm getting a little hungry and thirsty, and
Same.
I want to.
Great show.
Yeah, I want to relax inside a little bit, and
Yeah.
So thank you.
I might go live on Facebook or live on YouTube myself. Don't know.
Yeah, you know what? I want to check out that mob cam. I want to see if I can put it on my phone. This mob cam. I'm going to check it out. That's what I'm going to do when I go inside. So thank you, and I'll see you over on Facebook on the phone.
You too. You too.
Yeah.
You too, big guy.